This is the 415 fortune, where sound finds purpose.
What's going on? Welcome back to a new episode of BackRoads Revival. It's going to be episode 7. Sorry for the hold-up. We've been kind of doing some traveling and spending some time with family. And then last week I was sick. I was down.
We got the bug.
Yeah, got the bug. So, but we're coming back and this week. So super excited. First off, what do we got? Lost in the City is going to drop. It's going to be a new joint. I just finished it up today. It's going to be dropping soon. I love it. Super excited about that. What else?
We got some travel videos coming up.
Yep.
Lots of travel this year and a lot of new exciting adventures. Probably some new kind of genres you're releasing this year too, huh?
Oh yeah, the Tibetan monks. I'm gonna work with the Tibetan monks. I'm gonna go into the hills. I'm gonna, we're gonna go to back to Peru, get some flute music.
I was thinking Colombia.
Well, Colombia too. We're gonna go on that trip
Monteverde
soon, so.
Cloud Forest, Costa Rica, maybe. Yeah. We don't know.
So, all right. So basically, where we kind of left off, I think from the previous episode was, going to church, having the spiritual experience, and I think we kind of ended there.
Yes.
So there are a few things that I kind of wanted to point out on this episode too, that I kind of glanced over that I think deserve some credit. So before starting Mobands Entertainment, I went to work with Global and Fire Squad ENT in Marin County and worked on a bunch of projects with Global specifically and a lot of other artists in the Bay Area. And so that was a cool experience, and I want to give Global a shout out. Okay, so after leaving church and going and having that experience, for me at that time, I really needed to get away from the Bay Area for a little bit to kind of like reset, because a lot of the people that I was kind of around, it was going to be really
On a daily basis.
Yeah, it was going to be really easy for me to kind of get back into doing a lot of the same stuff that I was doing previously. So
New life, new habits.
yeah. So ended up moving out to Nashville, Tennessee, where lived in the country, and that was by the grace of God, like that all got situated. And a really cool experience, when we first touched down, literally the first like house that we stayed at, was a very well-known record producer's house. And
this was happenstance.
Yeah, we didn't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was what we should say providence.
Yeah.
The Most High kind of coordinated this whole exchange.
So we get there, and so the first house that we get to is Michael McGregor. And Michael McGregor, for those of you who don't know, he's a very well-known producer. He's produced and written a lot of really big records, charted some records. I think he had some house music that charted as well. So like very multi-genre guy and very, very talented guy. And so I ended up working with him for, a majority of that year. It was like almost a year, basically, for a majority of that year, me and Michael just worked on a bunch of stuff. He also is the owner of a film studio there. So if any of you guys are interested in shooting some really cool content and being able to utilize like a lot of the different environments and different, psych room and all types of different stuff. So he's got it all kind of situated there in Nashville. So artists definitely reach out. It's called Pop Start. Go check it out.
It's an amazing creative space.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so, worked there for a year and with Michael and wrote some records, worked on some production stuff, had a really good time, just learned a lot. And it was fun. It was a good time.
Tennessee is very special to our hearts.
Yeah.
We love it.
Yeah. And then And so, you know, during that time frame, I was also just kind of like slowly like working on some of my own projects. I think I re-released maybe a couple projects, did a project here, a project there, nothing really too in depth. But just was really just like enjoying my time and like really trying to get like grounded. I needed to get grounded to like who I was as a person without all the extra activities that I was doing previously that were not really healthy. And so it really gave me this opportunity to not only do something that I really was passionate about and that I loved doing, which was like, you know, music and writing music and producing and being in that kind of space. And then also being able to like be out of the way a little bit to just kind of like slow down and re-look at like just really give myself some time.
I think it was a great time of reflection and also looking forward and planning ahead and really understanding the value and the core like dreams and wants for the future. I think that just being in that place just kind of like re-solidified a lot of like dreams and hopes for the future.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really good. Mentally, you know, I got back into working out, so I was working out a ton. You know, I was reading a lot. So there was, it was
Enjoying nature.
yeah, it was like, it was such a blessing to be able to spend the time there and then work with a lot of the artists that I got to work with there in Nashville. And you know, Lockwood Bar, you know, me and her, we did we kind of started to kick off the idea of doing the podcast thing. And so me and her, she's actually on the first episode, so shout out to her. Go check out that episode if you want to learn more about her work. But yeah, I mean, it was just a great experience, you know, and got connected to some really good people and learned a lot and had a good time. And we ended up actually, I think like we were there for almost 2 years, and you know, basically Jen missed the water, so
Says the surfer.
we had to get closer to the water, you know, some way, you know.
Tennessee is pretty much perfect, except it needs a beach.
Yeah.
They need ocean.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing Tennessee is lacking. We have a lot of love for Tennessee.
Yeah.
But we're both water people, and not just like lake and stream. We're ocean people.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so we ended up going back down to Florida, and you know, I'd already been in Florida during my college years, and you know,
It's my first Florida experience.
and so we were down in Florida and then down there for a little bit, and you know, went to, you know, basically start working on with a new startup, and got involved with a new startup, and you know, met and worked with a lot of very talented people who I'm still really good friends with today, and yeah, and their company is called Biome Pharmaceuticals. You know, I'll give them a plug too, just because I believe in their products and things that they're doing. Shout out to them. I kind of spearheaded the quality for that site, and it's just flourished. It's been a huge success, and they're doing a really good job as far as the quality of the products that they're making. And, you know, from a supplement standpoint, right? Because in the United States, a lot of supplement manufacturers, they don't have to adhere to really a lot of the stricter standards that are required for pharmaceutical manufacturing. So it was really pertinent for me to make sure that from a quality standpoint, the stuff that the foundation of the quality aspect from that business was on point. And so I highly recommend any of their products. You know, we've taken their products, you know, her mom's taken products.
Yeah, so I do want to give special note. They have a passion for cancer research, and their company and their research is an absolute blessing.
Yep.
So they really have it going on. So check out their products for
Yep.
sure. And there's going to be probably future business ventures.
Absolutely. Yeah, so it's basically focused on microbiome They have a patented pre, pro, and postbiotic that is specifically formulated for microbiome and the efficacy of having, you know, a healthy biome. Exactly. So definitely go check them out. And did that for a couple years, almost like 18 months or whatever. And I was kind of like, I didn't really get into music. I had a little studio set up and I was just kind of like teetering, but I was more, there was a lot of business stuff that was kind of like pulling me to like do other things. And so, but and I had to kind of explore that stuff. And, you know, there's been a lot of exploring, I would say. So, you know, like, you know, not everything is going to be like a hit. Sometimes you kind of got to go into something even if you don't know a lot about it, and you kind of have to start like poking around and like put the feelers out, like see if some of these products or some of these inventions or things can kind of stand on their own, see what the feedback is like. And entrepreneurs, I know that you'll resonate with that. There's been a lot of that, you know, and it hasn't all panned out, but I'm still enjoying the things that I'm doing, and even if the projects don't work out, I'm still learning a lot. So
In success, it really takes steps of faith
Yep.
to, you know, and it doesn't ever hurt to stop. You can't ever stop trying. So
Yep.
that's when success is born, most definitely.
from there, I think I got that, the music thing started kicking back up in me. And it's funny because now that I think about it, I feel like it's always gone like it more like ebbs and flows. And when I get going, or like when that itch comes up, like there's like some really, really cool creative stuff that comes out of those processes. And so if you are musically gifted and like there is, you know, you have a passion for that sort of stuff, like be aware of times when that stuff actually kicks on, because when it kicks on, like just go with it, let it do its thing, let it grow, let it do whatever it's going to do, whatever is that you're making, you know, don't put it in a box, just let it be whatever it's going to be and just keep going.
And speaking to that very point, I'm sure, you know, I'm not a musical artist, but I'm an artist. And I know that when, you know, you try something and it doesn't necessarily come out the way you wanted, or it wasn't a hit the way you wanted, it doesn't mean that you're not an artist. It just means maybe not that time. So don't ever like try to stop it, or just keep in mind that, like you're saying, there's ebbs and flows, and it's always going to be a gift inside of you. You can't ever stop it. Sometimes it's just dormant.
Yeah.
But like if you let it if you feed it, it'll come to life, definitely, and grow.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, that's a great point. And I think that the other aspect of it is also like how you handle your gifts, like how you talk to yourself about the gifts that you do have is like extremely important. So I would say, you know, choose how you speak to yourself very carefully, because that that can lead you on like totally different paths. So but anyway, that's just, you know, our 2 cents.
Well, it's valid too, and there's a lot of truth to what you're saying too.
Yeah.
And that goes for any realm of your life. If you speak positivity
Yeah.
and life, that will grow.
Yep.
If you speak negativity and death and never, and be really careful with words like never and always, because that is not the truth at all. So I would be very careful in speaking positivity over yourself, and when you catch yourself thinking something negative about yourself, even just reframe that and put it in a positive light, because your gifts will grow and your success will grow if you're feeding it positivity.
Absolutely. And that's going to be it for episode 7. Thank you guys so much for tuning in up to this point. We truly, truly appreciate you guys being with us. Please be on the look for the new drops and new releases that are coming. Again, Lost in the City's coming soon. Please go check it out. I appreciate all the love and support.
Episode 8 is on the way.
Episode 8's on the way. Stay tuned, baby.
This is the 415 Fortune, where sound finds purpose.